yeah.
Coming up. I'm coming up this way. My shoulder in, so I drive the fish. I'm going to fish under. Okay? And when I do that, I'm going to inch my way up to the top of his head and drive his elbows in. And just coming back. You hit through. It's kind of slow and would explain a lot in that respect. So obviously, you both know that this is the dominant position with my arms inside and his arms are outside. Okay. There can also be 50-50 where, you know, one arm is out, one arm is in, and that happens sometimes too. But it's always best if you can to fish inside. Now, let's say he's got the dominant position and his elbows are tucked in. So he doesn't want me to get it. What I want to do is dip my shoulder and then come up. Because as soon as I get my shoulder in, he basically can't fight it. So, super slow, super easy. Knee, elbows in. So what I want to do is dip that shoulder and come up. Okay?
Just goes.
I have to be very careful about the fact that we're not going to be standing still. He will be kneeing me, right? So if I have to defend a couple of knees first, he's going to come in with those knees and I'm going to strike with my forearm, either side, boom, boom, okay? Once I can get my position, he's going to try to move me around so he can knee me. Like he'll pull me one way and then knee me, boom, and then pull me, that sort of thing. So I have to be solid in my step. So when I'm solid in my step here, I'm going to widen my feet just a touch. Not super wide, but just a little bit to prevent him from pulling me, because he controls what I do by pulling my head, right?
Yes.
So what I do is I widen my feet and I strengthen my back here. I strengthen my lower back, and that way when he comes for a strike, a knee strike, I can elbow. I can forearm it. I'm just going to forearm it. Okay. Now from that point, okay, I'm on the outside position. What I want to do is I've got one arm I'm going to fish through and the other arm I'm going to fish under. Okay? And when I do that, I'm going to turn. I want to turn him, or I'm going to, in this point, I'm going to come in, maybe I knee a few times, but then I get him off, right?
Yes, coach.
No matter how hard he holds, at some point while you're softening him up with knees,
right,
you'll be able to get that.
Good. Right.
So coach, what's going to stop the movement is a nice stance. So if somebody's super interested in pulling
If
you,
your feet are together like this, you're in trouble.
Okay.
You gotta widen your stance. If they get in that clinch, he gets in that clinch, right? And I'm gonna widen my stance so that I have more balance, right? Now, if he's got me in a good clinch, okay, he's gonna start throwing knees, and I know that, okay? There's no reason to clinch if you're not gonna knee,
right? Yes, coach.
So I know those knees are gonna be coming, and I'm braced for it here and here. Doesn't matter if he knees my legs or knees my body, I don't care. But what I do care about is making sure I have balance, because with balance you have timing, you have power, you have speed, you have coordination. Everything you need is with balance. If you don't have the balance, he's going to run you all over the ring. You got to widen your step. Every time they get into a clinch, you widen your step. And the sooner you can get out of it, the better. Now, one of the ways of getting out of it is when he gets into that clinch. Let's say I'm having a hard time getting my shoulder in, so I drive my face.
My shoulder in, so I drive my face.
Okay.
Yes, coach.
Then the referee will come in and say, can't do that. I'll go, oh, sorry.
Right.
That's what you say. I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Yes, coach. It'll work.
If the ref says that to you, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Yes, coach.
Okay? But you do it any fucking way. Right?
Yes, coach.
So, I'm not saying play dirty, but what I am saying is you need to understand that there's a dominance in this situation. He is deciding he is dominant over you when he gets you in the inside clinch. Okay? So if you can't get out of it this way, which usually you can, because when even with his elbows in, I'm going to dip and then come up.
the dip, that's the thing. You got to dip.
Dip, turn.
Dip, turn.
Right?
So in essence, you're almost going underneath that elbow.
Yeah, I'm going through the gap.
Through the gap.
Tiniest little gap that's there, which is right there.
I see.
So what I do is I dip and I come in. Now hold tight. Okay? So I got this and I dip in.
Hey-ya.
I'm coming up. I'm coming up this way. There's a pinch and grab it. Put your head down because I want to inch my elbow up to his collarbone.
It's close.
Got to inch your elbow up to the collarbone and pull on the head. So head straight. Okay? If I'm here, he can resist me. He's super strong. much stronger than I am. But I have the leverage if I move up.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're much stronger.
No, I'm not.
There you are. Trust me, you are. Right now, you are. So, in this case, he's got the clinch, right? And he's pulling my head down. So, I want to step forward a little bit, dip my shoulder, come up. Okay?
Yes, coach.
And as I dip my shoulder and I get it in there, in between there, I'm going to raise it up like this, and I'm going to come across and grab. Okay? And when I get the other hand here, then I'm going to inch my way up. I'm going to inch my way up to the top of his head and grab his head down and fight it. Okay, lift your head up. Now fight it. Fight it hard.
No.
You can't.
Nah.
It's leverage. It's not strength. It's leverage.
Yes, coach.
Okay?
Yes, coach.
It's really important that you don't let them take control of you by swinging. He's tight. He's strong here. I
Coach.
dip my shoulder like this, and I come in. So I have to turn my center line that way. When I turn my center line, I dip my shoulder down and in and come out this way. And then I grab.
Bring it down.
And then I get the other one in and I grab. Okay? And that's when I inch my way up to their collarbone.
Yes, coach.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And for whatever reason, I can't seem to get my shoulder in for whatever reason. Usually I've always been able to do that, but if I can't, or for whatever reason he's kneeing me and I'm distracted, then what I do is I push those elbows in and just push them back. Okay? I step back, I drive my hips back. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to stay up. Hands do not go down. Okay? So it's really important that you step back, go up with your hands, you scoop your head down and up. Down and up. Okay?
Yes, coach.
So, on the clinch, right? If let's say his elbows are in, and for whatever reason I can't, so what I'm going to do instead is grab the arm, grab on the top, I'm going to move. I'm going to put this up while I pull down. And see what he's doing?
Yeah.
That's fine. You're going to hit through. You're going to knee. You're going to knee. You're going to knee. You're going to knee. I'm going to make his life fucking miserable while I have him here. Yes.
All right, coach.